Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video, we'll talk about the various ways of visualizing data. Now, our data can be showcased in different ways. So these are the few of the plots that showcase our data. So first is a basic bar chart, then we have a pie chart, then we have a box plot, and then we have a simple line plot. Other than these, there are many other ways in which you can describe your data. You can have frequency table, you can have mosaic plot, side by side plot, depending upon the way you want to describe your data. Now, PyStarch provides us a lot of different libraries and tools for visualizing the data. Now, NumPy, SciPy, Pandas, and scikit-learn helps us to load the data. And using that data, using those arrays, we can use visualization libraries like Matplotlib, Seaborn to visualize the data. Now, we have already seen Matplotlib. Now, let's quickly talk about Seaborn. Seaborn is based on Matplotlib. It is sort of wrapper on Matplotlib and help us to create beautiful charts. Now let's jump into our Jupyter notebook and see all this in action.
Hey guys, so let's jump into a Jupyter notebook and see what are different ways we can visualize the data. So here I have the first example in which we are using Matplotlib to create a simple histogram using the iris dataset. So we will assign iris.sepalWidth, this column, to my x variable, and with this x variable I can plot a histogram like this. So in this histogram you can see the count of the values and the sepal width. So we can see the sepal width 3 is very predominant in this graph. So in this way we can visualize our data using a histogram. Similarly, we can also visualize the data using a scatter plot. This is a very basic example of a scatter plot in which we will create a scatter plot between sepal width and petal width. So we can see our petal width is in this domain and our sepal width is in a sort of this domain. This is very useful in machine learning when we try to see and visualize where our data lies. So Seaborn is like a wrapper on top of Matplotlib and it provides us with very nice graphs without adding so much details. So you can see using sns.distplot, I can easily create a very nice distribution plot, and not only we give one variable, we can assign multiple values. So if you see the documentation, there are a lot of parameters that you can set to find out to get your graph. So this is a very basic example. Similarly, if you want to see what are all the different relationship between your data, you can plot a pair plot. In this pair plot you can see all the different, so in this pair plot you can see a pairwise relationship between the data. This is a very basic example of how you can visualize your data. Make sure you check out this Jupyter notebook and see what are the different ways you can plot this data. So that's all guys, we'll meet again in the next video.